What's up guys, and welcome back to my first real video. But before we get into it, I have been well and truly nice because Watch Mojo, a channel with over 23 million subscribers, has offered me a personal, customized introduction for my new channel. So let's give that a run, see how it is.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst humans in history.
Hey, didn't have to say it. Let's get into the Premier League predictions with a forfeit. But before I actually do get into the predictions, I'm just going to go through the rules real quick since I didn't really go through them in the channel introduction. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to predict every single game for every single match week. Let's take an example. Wolves vs West Brom, which is the first game of match day 19. Let's say I predict Wolves to win 3-1 against West Brom. If West Brom then win, that is a teaspoon of Carolina Reaper paste that I have to have for that game. If Wolves win, nothing happens unless I guess the scoreline correct as well. If I guess the scoreline correct, it's a save for the next time I have to have a teaspoon of Carolina Reaper paste. Never said it this many times in my life. So it just means I don't have to do it next time because I guess the scoreline correct. I hope you get that. It's pretty simple. Let's get into the predictions. So the first game, like I said earlier, is Wolves versus West Brom. Now, Wolves are sitting at 14th in the league, which, to be honest, is probably disappointing for them. I know I was expecting more from their season. They've been good, I feel, in the Premier League in their last few seasons. But this season, to be honest, they haven't looked as dangerous as previous. They've only scored 19 goals from 18 games, which is not great. But it's also not too much of a surprise. They don't really play the most exciting brand of football ever. However, they are versing West Brom, who are currently 19th, and they've conceded 39 goals. It's safe to say that it doesn't matter how little Wolves have going forward because West Brom have nothing at the back. They've been very shit, and I'm going to safely predict a 2-0 win for Wolves, considering the fact that West Brom will not score in that game, and I don't think they'll be able to defend Wolves either. So the next game is West Ham versus Burnley. West Ham currently sit in 10th and Burnley in 16th. Now, West Ham have had a good season, I feel. They've been very exciting at times, actually. However, their last 5 games, a win, 2 draws, a loss, and a draw. Now, Burnley, although they're sitting in 16th, have actually impressed me, or at least they did against Manchester United. Their form for a 16th place Burnley team is actually pretty good in my opinion. Two losses, 2 wins, and a draw. I feel that's good for them. So I'm going to predict here that it goes 1-1. West Ham obviously are much higher placed. And they've definitely been better this season, but I just feel Burnley will definitely get something from this game. We know what they're like defending, but I actually think they looked pretty good going forward against United. So, yeah, 1-1, Burnley-West Ham. Leeds versus Brighton. Now, Leeds are 12th and Brighton are 17th. So, look, Leeds, man, they play some exciting football. Brighton, not so much, but I love Lamptey, so who cares? The thing with this game is I think most people expect Leeds to win, probably by, I don't know, like 3 goals or something, because Brighton haven't been great defending. However, this, I guess, will be my dark horse because Leeds play super high. We know that. They just want to attack. Even against United, they were getting fucking slapped. They just kept on going and going and going. Doesn't matter what you think about that. That's what they do. Now, Brighton have scored 21 goals, which for a team that far down the table is actually not bad. And I think Brighton do play well sometimes. Not for long periods of the game, but short periods you see it. I think against a team like Leeds, they could actually do some damage here on the break because Leeds are going to push really hard. but they haven't been the greatest defensively. And they're going to play so high that again, this is my dark horse. I actually think Brighton will win this 2-1 against Leeds. I think they'll just hit them on the break, and I think Leeds will fall. So next is Fulham versus Chelsea. Now, Chelsea are in 9th, and Fulham are at 18th. So, Chelsea, wow. They've had a very disappointing season. Very disappointing. To be in 9th, after what they spent, and the players they brought in as well, like Havertz and Werner, when they were in the Bundesliga, looked unbelievable. And as a United fan, I would have killed for us to buy Havertz. That would have been great. I was sad when Chelsea got him, and then I watched them play, and I watched Havertz. He's just, I don't know. You don't want to call them flops. It's way too early for that. But they have not at all played up to par. Especially Werner. He's missed some absolute sitters. The thing is, Fulham are, how to put this, not great. You know, there's not much more to say. They're in 18th. And although Chelsea haven't been incredible, I just don't see them losing this at all. To be honest, I don't actually see them conceding either. Sure, Fulham could pull like an upset, that being a draw, not a win. Definitely not. They could like scrape a draw, but I don't see it happening. I think Chelsea will just, I guess, run through them, to be honest. I think it'll be 3-0 Chelsea. Next is Leicester versus Southampton. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. I like Southampton. I like Danny Ings. But Leicester City, as they have been for a while, are just good. They're a good team. They've got good players. They're very well managed. I don't expect Brendan Rodgers to be there much longer, to be honest. But he's there for now, and they're very well managed. I love Maddison. Awesome player. And what can you really say about Vardy? He's just Vardy, man. He doesn't stop scoring. This guy will be 50 years old and scoring 20 in the Premier League. And although, like I said, I do like Southampton, I think Leicester will win. And I think it'll be kind of between 2-0 and 3-1 here. We'll give Southampton some props. I'll say 3-1 to Leicester. Next is Sheffield United versus Tottenham. It's Tottenham. Tottenham will obviously win. Sheffield United shit. Next is the really, really big one. Liverpool versus Man United. First versus second. This will be a good game, I think. Now, Liverpool at the moment have a massive injury crisis. Everyone knows. They lost Matip, I think, right? So they're going to have, I don't know, like Henderson, Fabinho at centre-backs. Now, don't get me wrong, actually, Fabinho is surprisingly good at centre-back. He's just a good player in general. However, I don't think, like, that centre-back pairing, to me, can never work. Henderson and Fabinho. Obviously, I don't know for sure that that's what they're going to play, but I think it is. And Alexander-Arnold, at times this season, especially really recently, has looked really horrendous. Terrible, to be honest. He's also, like, he's not really a right back, is he? He's kind of just a right midfielder. And that's fine under Van Dijk. With Van Dijk, because he's a god-tier defender. And he will cover you. However, as we've seen in England, he's just not great when he doesn't have that defensive support. He's easily beaten one-on-one, especially by Rashford. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Rashford always gets the better of him, and I think he will this time. The front three for Liverpool look really disconnected at the moment. Mane just kind of runs about, to be honest. His decision-making is not great. Salah is, he just doesn't really care right now, does he? He doesn't look like he gives a shit. It's clear he wants to go somewhere else, which I'm assuming is Real Madrid. That's what I think anyway. I think most people are thinking that as well. Manchester United, they deserve to be top. We deserve to be top. We're looking good. Um, and I think that'll show through. I think Liverpool will have a lot of shots, but I think the majority of them will be blocked, off target, or easily saved. I don't think there'll be like too many shots that are clear cut. They will get a few, sure. Hopefully they don't score them. Whereas I think Man United on the break will absolutely destroy the right side of Liverpool. I think it'll be a 2-1 win for Manchester United. I'm very excited to watch the game. Although it is at 2:30 a.m., which is fucking early. Yeah, it should be a good one. Man City versus Crystal Palace. Man City third, obviously. How many points are they off now? Yeah, they've got a game in hand on Liverpool and United, but with a win, they'll go to second place. That's if Liverpool lose, that is. Personally, I think they're going to destroy Crystal Palace. I could see it being a huge scoreline as well. Much like the one of Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, which was like 7 or something. I think it could be a huge scoreline. Man City, they just look really good at the moment. Really dangerous. There's not much more to say. I don't think Crystal Palace really stand much of a chance at all. I don't see them being able to hold the ball at any point, and I don't see their counterattacks getting past Diaz and Stones. Holy shit, wow, that's a great centre back pairing. They've looked really, really strong. To be honest, I thought Stones would be out of a job by now, or at least that's what I thought, a while ago. But with Diaz, he looks really, really good. They look really strong. Phil Foden is, it sucks to say this as a United fan, but he's like top 3 youth players in the league right now. To be honest, right now I'd probably say he's number 1. Obviously, I think Mason Greenwood overall is better, but just looking at the way he's played recently, Foden, he looks natural starting in a Man City side. He looks very natural there. I think he's a great player, and I wouldn't be surprised if he bags another one this game. I think Man City will win versus Crystal Palace, and I'm going to say something like 5-0. Yeah, big scoreline. Next is Arsenal versus Newcastle. Arsenal. You absolute shitters. Oh my god. It's just great to see, really. Big club, shit club, like Arsenal in the mud. They actually looked like they were kind of getting back on form at one point, and then, what did they draw? 0-0 in the last game? To be honest, this one's probably a bit biased, I'll admit. But, I think Newcastle will get something here. I'm just undecided on whether I think it will be a draw or a win for Newcastle, because, I mean, Arsenal, to be honest, their club right now is in a bit of disarray, and it's bad. Did you see that Thomas Partey song they made? Fucking awful. I think it'll be a draw, actually. I think a 1-1 draw between Newcastle and Arsenal. Look, Arsenal just aren't great, and don't get me wrong, Newcastle's not exactly prime Barcelona, but you really only need to be prime MK Dons to beat Arsenal at this point, so 1-1 draw. So guys, that's it for my Matchday 19 predictions. Now, I know there are other games like Aston Villa versus Man City, a few days after. There's Leicester versus Chelsea, West Ham versus West Brom, for catch-up games and shit like that. But I'll just do the big block for now, and I think I'll do the other games on other days in a different video, catch-up games and that. No, it wasn't the most exciting video. It's my first video that I'm actually putting out as a real one. I mean, does channel introduction really fucking count? No. But it will get entertaining when I have to have a lot of chili. Hopefully, that's the idea behind it. I'm hoping I get most of these predictions right, although I really don't think I'm going to. There are a couple safe ones in there, like Man City vs Crystal Palace, blah blah blah. I mean, you kind of know what's going to happen. But there are some where I definitely think there's a lot of room for me to be wrong. And I'm excited to see what happens, to be honest. Now, I'm not sure whether I'm going to. Actually, wait, no, I'll definitely upload before the games are all done. I'm not sure what it will be yet. Probably some FIFA gameplay and some other stuff. I want to do football challenges as well. I forgot to mention that. Obviously, I play in real life, so it should be pretty fun and easy to do, considering Australia's not really on lockdown at the moment, so I've got plenty of time and space to do it. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you when the games are finished.